And we're back. Wow, ICE agent shows up at New York City school and you won't believe what the staff did. A Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, agent came to a New York City school looking for a fourth grader, but was turned away at the door due to a new policy instituted by Mayor Bill de Blasio. From CBS New York, a federal immigration agent showed up at the Queens Elementary School last week looking for a fourth grader, but was turned away at the door, a city spokesman said. It happened Thursday, PS 58 in Maspeth, Queens, the spokesman said. It was the first time such a thing happened since the city put a policy in place to turn away federal agents without warrants, WCBS 880's Miles Miller reported. We're not allowing immigration and customs enforcement agents in the building because I think parents are so afraid right now and are worried that an agent could literally come into a building and single out their child, even if they're illegal. We want them to know that can't happen under this policy, de Blasio said in March. Well, that's good, protect the criminals. School's Chancellor Carmen Farina said in a statement that all students, regardless of immigration status, are welcome in New York City public schools. Meanwhile, one woman, Rebecca, told 1010 Wins Roger Stern she did not like the idea of ICE coming to schools. It kind of leaves a bad effect on the kids. I guess experience at school, and I just think it's really something that shouldn't be happening. Don't talk to the kids, she said. She said she thought the school did the right thing in turning the agent away. So at the expense of the taxpayers and the law-abiding citizens and the legal immigrants, somehow they've achieved a good thing. I don't know what planet these people live on, but it is not Earth. Breaking. 911 hero denied benefits by city mayor, then told to quit. What an atrocity. Our heroes of 9/11 are being treated like the veterans were. A fire chief in Utica, who is a 9/11 first responder, has been denied 9/11 benefits by the mayor and placed on leave. Unbelievable. BlueLivesMatter.com reported Utica Fire Chief Russell Brooks put on leave for requesting to use his benefits. Utica, New York. We don't normally cover incidents about our hose-dragging brethren, but this outrageous story needs some attention. Following the 9/11 terrorist attack, Utica Fire Chief Russell Brooks was diagnosed with chronic lymphomic leukemia, a blood and bone marrow disease that typically gets worse slowly, according to WKTV. The World Trade Center organization diagnosed his illness as being from his response to the World Trade Center after the terrorist attack. On December 6th of 2016, Chief Brooks filed an application for General Municipal Law 207A benefits, which are benefits for firefighters that gave them full pay and benefits after a line of duty, injury, or illness, including 9/11 related illnesses. Well, think about all the chemicals that were in the building, all the gas that was being released, highly corrosive and toxic to humans. After going months without a response, Chief Brooks got a lawyer involved. On April 11th, he finally received a response that the city was seeking advice for an independent review of records. On Friday, the chief received a call requesting his presence at City Hall. When he arrived, he found Robert Palomer and two lawyers who told him that his request was denied because they say he hadn't responded to 9/11 in the capacity of a city employee. Chief Brooks said that the mayor at the time had sent him and 11 fire departments and employees to assist in the 9/11 response. Chief Brooks was told that he was being placed on a leave of absence, which requires him to use up his sick leave time, and that he had until the end of the day to turn in his city-issued vehicle and cell phone. He was also told that he was not allowed to present himself as the fire chief and that Assistant Chief George Clark would be assuming his duties. Former Mayor David Rofaro is supporting Chief Russell Brooks' account. Though many of the details are still unfolding, the public is owed an immediate and detailed explanation by the mayor as to his personal decision to place this well-respected, long-serving, and credible public servant and fire chief on leave. Even more important, sicknesses related to 9/11 have proven to take many, many years to show themselves, which is why I have always supported the law that gave 9/11 first responders access to special federal dollars in healthcare, should they develop an illness years later. The mayor might want to take a look at this kind of legislation and why it exists, and also the general rules of public employment, decorum, and law. And what does the now non-Chief Russell Brooks think of the situation? Chief Brooks told Greg Mason with Utica Observer-Dispatch that he was blindsided. It wouldn't have meant me getting a penny more. I wouldn't have benefited from it at all financially, Brooks said. They completely ignored the application. And that is truly disgusting, how our greatest heroes get treated the way they do. It's official, Ann Coulter just turned on Trump. Conservative personality Ann Coulter, who once heavily supported President Trump, is now trashing him. The Hill reported, Ann Coulter says she is ready to get off the Trump train. A conservative author of In Trump We Trust told the Daily Caller on Sunday that President Trump is failing to live up to his promises, primarily his signature wall along the Mexican border. I find it a bit confusing that she's saying this, because it was not even less than 2 days ago Trump said we're building the wall on Judge Jeanine, and then here comes Ann Coulter saying this. So a bit confusing, and to say the least, with the $3 trillion added to the stock market, and close to 500,000 jobs coming back. I'm still on the Trump train. I like what's happening. I see what she's saying, though, with the budget is pretty brutal. It seems like more Democrats voted for it than the Republicans did, and they got more out of it than we did, but it's a work in progress. People should start sending Paul Ryan bricks to indicate how much we want the wall, she quipped. That's actually a pretty good idea. I'm not very happy with what's happened so far. I guess we have to try to push him to keep his promises, Coulter said. This isn't North Korea, and if he doesn't keep his promises, I'm out. This is why we voted for him. Coulter said the GOP's progress so far in a Trump administration is laughable. Where is the bull in the china shop we wanted? That budget the Republicans pushed through was like a practical joke. Did we win anything? And this is the great negotiator? Coulter asked. Trump, Coulter said, was supposedly the far right's last chance. Well, she's right about that.